Hey, Jawachik here from CodeLlama.com, here to talk about how we're going to do a lesson in Blockly. So in our last video we learned about the world. We learned about how to navigate the website and to navigate the online world to find our lessons and find our quizzes, and we got stuck at a certain doorway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the lessons themselves. So we're going to start off with Introduction to Programming using Blockly. We're at Module 3. And it'll load the Unity player. It may ask you to enable it or to unblock it, so go ahead and allow it. Okay, so we're going to play our game here. It'll load. And let's go find that first lesson. So we're going to follow our map, the yellow brick road. There's lesson 1. And head right to the billboard. And do you want to continue the lesson? We're going to say yes. And you need to have pop-ups enabled because it's going to pop up a new window. It may block it. You may see a little message here saying we have blocked a pop-up. So you have to enable it so that you can allow yourself to see this lesson. Now, the lesson page is laid out as follows. So up here we have our lesson page. And so in this case we have PDF slides here that'll allow us to navigate. I could scroll down using my mouse, or I can use the arrow keys to navigate page to page. I can zoom, I can print, I can do whatever I want. Now, in the video-based lessons, this would be replaced with a video player. So you'd actually just hit play. You can pause like a typical YouTube type video, right? So here we have our lesson description. Now below here are different numbers, and these are different exercises / examples. So you'll see that there are examples which are preloaded onto the screen, and then there's exercises which are exercises we can do. Over here on the side here we have our avatar Walla. So whichever avatar you've chosen, you will see that here, and whatever code you act upon here in our code window down here. So whatever code we have here will allow us to operate on Walla over here. So let's look at the code window. So we have here different categories of code, and these are explained in Module 1. So fear not if you don't understand, but we'll go over it again here. So we have here logic, which is typically if blocks, if style blocks. We have looping, and of course all of these we will learn about module by module as you progress through the course. So we have here looping. We have here math, so numbers, addition. These little arrows indicate a drop down, so you can actually choose different things, like this isn't just plus, this is actually plus, minus, multiply, divide, and so on. And so we have different operators we can do in math. Text is probably the most common one. In fact, the print block is probably the most common one you will use. We can just say here, hello world. Right? And we have here lists we'll learn about as well. So we have lists of variables, which leads to variables. So I can grab a variable, and I can give it a name. So instead of item, I can say new variable. I can call it J, for example. Hit OK. Maybe give it a value. Set J to 5. And we have functions. We'll learn about functions towards the end of the course. Custom Blockly is the most fun because we have here different moves that Walla can do. So for example, I could take punch. Punch might have another option like block instead. So let's start with punch. And once I have my code here, I can go ahead and give it a try. So of course this is nothing like the example that it's asking us to do up here, but we're just going to play around and see how the code works. So once we have it, we will just hit run. And there we go. We have hello world and we have a punch from Walla. Of course it's the wrong answer. So now it says here in example 1, if we want to get some help with what the answer is, we have reveal answer right next to it, and it'll pop up with what the answer is looking for, which is this code. And we would basically enter this code, which we can try right now as well, and see what it's like to get the correct answer. So also we can also hide the little window temporarily and bring it back as needed, depending on whether we need it. Now I can take my code here. I'm going to take a part of it. I'm going to just throw it in the trash bin because I'm done with it. And I want to try and recreate the code that's listed in the correct answer. So it says set J to 12. Now I can duplicate this by right-clicking and saying duplicate. I can create a new variable. I'm going to call this one K. And once we have our code in place, now we're not doing any printing, we're not doing any moves for Walla, so you really won't see anything here. But let's just run it anyway and see what happens. And it'll say, congratulations, you have solved the answer. Click continue, it'll pop us onto example 2, which we should find here. So if we look through our lesson, this was example 1. This is now example 2. We can verify that with the reveal answer as well until you complete all of the exercises. And once you complete all the exercises, you'll have a message pop up that says, hey, congratulations, you have finished the module. And you can move on to the quiz. So there you have it. It's a little crash course on how to use the lesson page for Blockly. I'm Jawad Sheikh for CodeLaamaa.com and look forward to seeing you in the online world, learning how to code. Take care, have fun.